Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be the best tips and products to use for oily skin so that you don't have a makeup meltdown while you having your hot girl summer. Because if you have oily skin, then you already know like the biggest problem we have is trying to keep the makeup on our face and trying to keep from looking super shiny in pictures and just looking like a grease ball. So I'm here to tell you guys all of the products and tips that I have recently discovered that really helps to ensure the longevity of your makeup as well as keep shine at bay so you can be nice and matte and glowy, but only from your highlight, not from your oils. So if you are interested in seeing that, then just keep on watching. If I tilt the camera down and y'all see this mess, it's ridiculous. Okay, so let's start off talking about skincare. Oh, by the way, before we get into this video, I did do a get ready with me on this look, and I even showed you guys some of the skincare that I use to prep my skin before I actually started my makeup, and that is what I want to talk about in this video. Part of your skincare is going to help ensure that your makeup stays on your face all day. So hear me out. If you have oily skin, you should use an oil in your skincare routine. Now I know y'all are like, that seems counterproductive, but I'm telling you, it really does work. So if you take a light facial oil and a couple of drops and you put it on your skin and you let it sink into your skin for about 10-15 minutes before you put on your makeup, I promise you it's going to trick your skin into thinking, hey, I'm nice and hydrated, I'm nice and moisturized, I don't need to produce as much oil, and it's really going to help your skin not get so oily throughout the day. So the oil that I like to use is from 4th Ray Beauty, which is ColourPop's sister skincare brand, and this one is the watermelon seed oil. So I have another oil from them which is called their glow up oil, but I'm showing you guys this one because this one actually says that it helps with excess sebum production. So this is really targeted for my girls with oily skin, and it says just to apply 2 to 3 drops in the palm of your hands and press it into your skin, and that is exactly how I like to use it. Sometimes I mix it in with my moisturizer as well, and I feel like it really does help to hydrate my skin so that I don't produce as much oil throughout the day. So the next tip I have for you guys, and this is an oldie but a goodie tip, like this has been around for a long ass time, and that is to set your primer with a powder. So whatever primer that you're using, if it's not super mattifying already, like the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, which I'm going to mention that primer in a minute, if it's not super duper drying already, you can go ahead and apply a loose translucent powder on top of it, like the Maybelline Fit Me powder or the Laura Mercier translucent powder, or just any loose translucent powder that you have. You can just go ahead and do a light dusting of that over your primer before your foundation, and I promise you this tip works so well. So the primer that I used today was the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I didn't actually put a powder over this one, but the e.l.f. Poreless Primer is not a super mattifying type of primer. So going over this with a powder is going to ensure that you're locking in that primer, and it's going to ensure that you're putting another layer over your skin so that the oils don't seep through as much. And then that brings me into my next tip, which is to use a matte primer. So I have 3 of them that I have really been obsessed with and really been loving. First one, of course, is my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop primer. I'm not going to talk on this primer too much because I have mentioned it plenty of times on my channel, and I just feel like I'm going to be beating a dead horse if I mention this, but I just want to say that it really does like make your face super duper matte. It feels like glue on your face. It's really going to hold any foundation that you place on top of it in place, and it really is going to keep you matte for the majority of the day. So I really do like this one. And then this one is more new to me, but I've been using it. This is the e.l.f. Matte Oil Control Primer. Now this one is more of a silicone texture, so if you're not the biggest fan of like silicone filling primers, then you probably wouldn't like this one. But this one actually has kaolin clay and tea tree oil in it, so it really is good for using on oily skin. So I highly recommend this one as well. And then we have the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. I definitely want to go ahead and pick up their new matte primer, but this one does give a soft matte focus to the skin, and this is also another one that you can put a loose powder on top of, and you don't have to worry about your skin looking like dry patchy and looking like it has dry patches, or foundation clinging to certain areas and looking blotchy. So this is a really good one as well. An honorable mention primer that I want to go ahead and throw in here, this is the e.l.f. Oil Control Primer Mist. So this one I feel like would be the best primer to go ahead and apply a loose powder on top of, because it is a mist. It's very lightweight. It's not going to feel like anything on your skin, and if you just want to hurry up and do something quick, you just spray this on your face, you wait for it to dry, and then you can go in with your powder, your foundation, whatever the case may be. But this really does help to take away the shine on your face. When you go ahead and spray it and it dries down, it's like it just magically mattifies your face. So this is another one that I really like. Moving on, my next tip is going to be for you to spray your face with a setting spray halfway through your makeup. So this seems like a no-brainer. I know a lot of people who have dry skin do this, but us oily girls can do this as well. So if you watch the Get Ready With Me on this makeup look, you guys will see that I went in and I applied my foundation. I applied my concealer to all of the areas that I highlight. And then I went in with this e.l.f. Matte Blotting Mist. This blotting mist is from the same line as this primer. And this also has kaolin clay in it. It has powders inside of this spray. And I don't know if you guys watched my favorites video where I mentioned the ColourPop All-Star face setting spray, about how this has mattifying powders inside of it. But basically this e.l.f. blotting mist is the same thing. It has powders inside of it. And I remember when I did a first impressions on this product, I didn't really like it. I was like, I don't feel like it does anything. But I found the perfect way to use this, and that is after I've done putting on my highlight concealer, I shake this up really well to mix those powders throughout the spray, and then I spray my face with this, and I promise you guys, it makes my skin look so matte. I even showed you in the video that I did after I sprayed my face. I was like, look at how matte my entire face is. No matter what foundation or concealer that you use, no matter what the finish is, it's going to mattify down those products. And I feel like that really helps to keep your makeup on all day and really combat those oils from coming in. So spraying your face with a setting spray really helps to get more longevity out of your makeup. So I highly suggest this one, and then I also suggest the ColourPop one as well. So my next tip, and again, this might seem obvious, but that is to use a loose setting powder or loose finishing powder to set the areas of your face that you want to be matte. So obviously like your under eyes and your chin, your nose, your T-zone area, or if you have like extremely oily skin, then you can go ahead and set your entire face with a loose finishing powder. But loose setting powders, they're meant to do just that, which is set your makeup. So I definitely feel like investing in a good one is the way to go. I mean, the Maybelline Fit Me is a really good one. Like everybody loves this one because it really like blurs your face and really makes you look poreless. But the Laura Mercier is one that everybody has been talking about for years now because it really is a good loose setting powder. The ones from Beauty Bakery are amazing. I love my Beauty Bakery setting powder. That one is really good as well. One that I have been obsessed with lately, this is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Translucent Caramelized Peach Powder. And as you guys can see, this one has a tint to it, so it is really good for setting your entire face. So the second to the last tip that I have is for you to spray your face with a setting spray after you are done with all of your makeup. And the one that I have been loving is the Too Faced Peach Mist. This is the mattifying setting spray. It says, exclusive comfort matte finish, helps control oil for a comfortable weightless feel all day. So setting spray is just really going to lock in all of your hard work that you did. It's really going to make all of those powders melt into your skin. And then the very last tip that I have for you guys is to not use all of these methods together. So I know I just gave y'all like a lot of little tidbits and everything, but you do not want to use all of these things together. So like you don't want to use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop heavy duty primer and then go in with a matte foundation and then like spray your face with the elf matte blotting mist halfway through and then set your face with the loose powder and then go in and spray with the mattifying spray. Like, that's just too much. Like, your skin is really going to feel suffocated and clogged, and it's gonna do more to produce more oil because it's feeling really tight and dry and overly matte. So I do not suggest using all of these methods together. Like I said, for example, today I went in with a primer that's not super duper matte. I did go in with a matte foundation though, and I did spray my face with the elf matte blotting mist, but I did not set my entire face with the loose setting powder because I feel like I already did a lot of the matte methods, and then I didn't spray my face today with a setting spray. But that's only because I'm not going outside today. If I would have been going outside, I probably would have set my face with like the Morphe continuous setting mist or one of my face sprays that's not super duper mattifying, because I really feel like when you do too much mattifying on your skin, it's going to do the complete opposite of what you're trying to get your skin to do, which is not produce a whole lot of oil. But if you do all these methods together, it's going to produce a whole lot of oil and make you look even more shiny than you normally do. So yeah, just make sure that you don't use all these methods together. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the products that I have been loving and using lately. Go and check out the Get Ready With Me on This makeup look, and then if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification so that you are notified every single time that I upload a video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Peace.